Your mic.
All right, you want to count us in?
Good. Yeah. It sounds good like when you go like this, but then you like how this. Yeah. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Necro Electric. I am your host with the most, Sean Skellington, and I'm here with the bride of Schonkenstein herself, the sexy new little hairstyle wife of mine.
Oh, super cute. Thank you.
And then we've got the fiery Susana Lopez as always.
Like a dragon.
What's our topic for the day?
Oh, my favorite topic, food.
Hashtag food.
I love eating.
Yes.
I love food. If you can't tell.
Yeah, I love food too much.
Food. Yes.
How do you guys eat? Do you guys eat fucking healthy or like shit?
Shove that shit in my mouth.
Yeah. Basically, I scarf food.
Yeah. I see food, I eat it.
Yeah, basically. I tried, like, I've had a lot of phases with food, like diets, and then finally I just gave up.
You do the up and down thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I even went vegan with my husband.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hard. You went just straight right into vegan?
Cold turkey. Straight vegan. I was like, fuck it, we're gonna be vegan tomorrow. And that's it. Like, we literally went vegan in Brazil.
For how long?
Shit. It was like about 6 months that we went vegan.
Wow, that's longer than I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, I thought we could make it to a year. That was our thing. Like, let's make it to a year and then see if we would do it forever. But the hard part was the family get-togethers and the whole, can you eat this? And the whole, they stopped inviting you to places because you can't eat at this restaurant kind of thing. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, like, I miss the family, I miss the food, and, you know. Yeah. And man, I gained weight fast too.
Yeah.
I was not a vegan, but a vegetarian for 2 years.
Damn, that's cool.
Not by choice. I was like,
power of the pussy.
I was just dating some chick.
Like, it wasn't
not me.
It was way before I met her.
I was like, oh, okay, she went vegetarian
Not
too.
me. I eat meat for my entire life. I've never tried veganism, vegetarian, nothing.
One of the reasons I love her. And I didn't want to be a vegetarian. It's just like when you date somebody that's a fucking vegetarian, it's like it's such a fucking hassle and it's so annoying to like argue about it every day.
Yeah.
So I just did it. But the second we fucking broke up, I was like, I remember Adam was like, let's go to fucking Nations, dog. And it was so weird to eat meat after like 2 years. So delicious.
I bet you had a stomach ache.
No, I was like, I felt
your
alive
body
again.
was like, just kidding.
I mean, I'm a little chubby now, but like I was like super lean like during that period.
Oh man, I didn't have not one roll when I was vegan.
Yeah, and it's like once you get that hamburger again, it's like I'm alive. I feel my power growing stronger. You know, you're like, fuck.
Your muscles are like,
what was I doing? You know,
protein.
Yeah, I'll embrace these curves if I get to eat meat.
Yes,
I love those curves.
Bacon.
Where my brakes at?
Yeah, I don't know why chicks like trip about being like broomsticks and fucking skeletons and shit.
I don't want to be a broomstick.
It's not sexy to me.
I was always, throughout my whole young life, I was always trying to gain weight. Like, after I was at a good place with my body, I was like always trying to gain weight, but like gain like muscle. Yeah. So I always felt like I wasn't strong enough. I couldn't open a fucking jar, and that would piss me off. I hated it. Like, I can't open it. Like, and like that was
she
my mental goal.
Struggle with that.
Yeah.
She comes to me all the time.
Yeah.
Open this shit.
I honestly just don't try anymore. I just
give it to me.
Give it to me.
Why stress myself?
Yeah. Why?
You guys ever get food poison?
Oh fuck yeah, I did.
No?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Knock on wood.
I got it so many times fucking growing up because like you know, like when you live in an alcoholic home, like they don't pay attention to like things like expiration, and when you're little, you know,
they're like, it's barely pink.
The milk's not that thick.
They just leave shit in the fridge, and then I'm like, oh, I'll eat this, and then I'm like,
Damn, it sucks.
I remember like one of the worst times too, which was funny. I was with my band and we were on the road and we were going to Reno to play a show, and I remember we were like somewhere past Vallejo, just there was like nothing around us. And then I'm like, fuck, man, I'm so hungry. Like, I wish it was some kind of fucking restaurant. And then we come around this corner, and then out in this field is a fucking Carl's Jr.
Ooh.
It's just out there.
Middle of nowhere. It's like a mirage.
Middle of nowhere. It was just,
Is it real?
there was no other fucking things around it. It was just in its own parking lot, its own thing in the middle of nowhere. And
I
I'm
would have
like,
been like, this is sketchy. This is a trap.
Where you get your meat from?
I know, right? But I was like, I'm so hungry. Fuck it.
Turn.
Let's hit up that CJ, dude. And then I ate a Western bacon cheeseburger, and
It was a trap.
I turned fucking green. And I remember when we were playing, Greg Shepard, my guitar player now in my band, he was in this band when it happened. And I remember, he was like, "Are you gonna be all right, dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." And I hadn't been to Reno in like a couple years, and I have a lot of homies from high school and stuff there, and they're all big fucking hicks and fucking. There's not a lot to do in Reno, so people just fight each other and fucking do stupid shit all the time.
Jackass stuff.
Yeah. And I remember the pit started and everybody was excited that, we were home. Nick Caprioli was the bass player at the time. He was from Reno. And the Nick that I plunged. That guy.
I don't do it very well.
I thought I heard like.
But I remember I went out and I had this buddy in high school. His name was Big Chris. And he was just this big Indian fucking guy, probably about 6'5" or something. I remember I looked up to him. I'm 6'3", and he was out there, and he's just this big fucking dude. And I went out, and I used to mosh. It was kind of like my thing during one of our songs. I would dive into the crowd, and they were all waiting for me, all my friends. And I dove in, and they all knew I wasn't feeling good. And Chris picked me up, bear hugged me, and then fucking just WWF'd me right onto the fucking ground. And I remember laying in the middle of the pit. No, I remember laying in the middle of the pit, and then I crawled back up on stage, and Greg was like, "Are you good, dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then it just hit me, and then I jumped, like dove behind his guitar amp. He had all his equipment. I just exorcism puked all over the fucking thing. Came back out.
That makes my stomach queasy just talking about it.
Just Western cheeseburger everywhere.
Oh, gross. Gross.
I love the smell of vomit.
What?
I was just kidding.
Excuse me? She's not kidding.
She's like, "Oh, wait a minute, they're judging me."
The freshness of like it was
the stomach acid?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, I think I've just had too many run-ins that I recognize it. Like somebody threw up here. Somebody just threw up. Like I know it. I smell it.
You got like that sniffer?
I know that after having a baby. I'm like, and 2 dogs. I'm like, there's puke in this room somewhere.
Yeah. Actually, she does. Yeah,
I do.
Something did change when she got pregnant. Because Bane will be like on like 2 rooms away, and then she'll be like, "Bane needs a diaper change."
That's
I'm like,
so
what?
cool.
How can you?
Do
What?
it. I see it. Feel it. That is so cool.
What do you think? What do you think is better, California or Texas food?
California food, hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't been here that long, but from what I've tried here so far, I cannot find a good Mexican food restaurant to save my life.
Well, if you consider Torchy's not a Mexican food restaurant, which is, I consider it. I consider Mexican. It's tacos, but it's
brisket.
It's brisket tacos.
No, brisket is
Mexicans
Texan.
don't use brisket, right?
No, there's like a version of it. They do make brisket, but it's like different seasoning or different whatever. It's not like barbecue-y.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like barbecue tacos.
It's more like I don't know what part they use or whatever, but I personally love lengua, like the real hardcore.
Isn't that
food? Yeah.
You hit the tongue.
Oh.
I would eat that up. The lengua, the stomach, the tripas, the intestines, like all that good stuff.
You eat that knowingly by choice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I could do it.
The crispy.
What about what do they go, mountain oysters or whatever?
Oh man.
Bull balls.
Funny.
You eat bull balls?
No, but I know somebody that did. I'm laughing hard because he was like this pish posh guy, and he's like, "Yeah, we hunt and we kill everything we eat." And then he showed us the pictures, and there's these humongous balls, and I'm just like, "You ate these?" He goes, "Yeah, they're good for you," and I'm like,
No, thank you. Pass.
Like
hard pass.
Yeah.
And cut into it all, slicing it like a. Anyway, it was gross. No, oyster though, I can't eat oysters.
I can't either.
That shit looks like a loogie to me.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
And
the
then
sliminess.
I still remember my dad prepared one to me when I was a kid. he's like, you better eat it because these are expensive, right? Like back then, I'm like, okay, never tried it. And then here we are, he's preparing it, putting the salt and the lime and this hot sauce, and he's like, here you go, you just slurp it. And I was like, okay. And so here I go, and then it goes. And I was like, I just throw it up, and he's like, I told you to eat it. Like,
I get all pissed.
Yeah, he's all mad because they're like expensive, and I'm like, it's gross.
I had a similar thing when I was little. I don't eat seafood like at all. Period, dude. And when I was little, my grandma got me some fried shrimp, and I remember like cracking it open as a little kid, and when I did, like, it wasn't deveined.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember like pulling it apart, and I was just fucking looking at it, and then I'm like, what the fuck is all this, you know? And then my grandma's like, oh, it's just not deveined. And then I'm like, well, what are the veins? She's like, oh, it's just like they're, you know, it's like the shit and you know, like all this stuff. And
you were like, and this is okay with you, grandma? Like,
and it looked like a fucking alien to begin with, and I was just like, I'm not fucking ever eating this shit. I just fucking right out the window.
I had a moment like that too. When we were in, I will never eat chicken wings with the bone. They have to be boneless. When I was in 7th grade science class, we were too poor to get frogs for the class to dissect. So we dissected chicken wings.
They're not any better though.
And when we dissected them, and you're like pulling these tendons, and it's like moving and doing all this gross shit. I'm like, you eat that? And I could never eat it again.
Yeah, her family thinks we're weird. 'Cause I'm the same way. Like with I used to try to eat chicken on the bone all the time, but yeah, once you pull the tendons and shit, it's fucking
and you're
gross.
Like, I'm going vegan.
And my family's super gross. My family will break the bones and suck the marrow out and shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no. Give me a chicken tender, dog.
My aunts do that.
Fucking chicken tender, dude.
But you know that they do. It's a lot of culture food or traditional food is passed on, you know, to generation to generation, because back in the day that's all you had to eat. You had to fucking eat the bone marrow. You had to, you know. And then I remember there's this one dish from some part of Mexico that is pretty good, like enchiladas rojas, like red enchiladas. It's like a certain chile that you use.
Oh yeah.
And then my mom used to make good enchiladas, like chicken enchiladas, right?
Yeah.
And
that mole, son.
yeah. And then
mole.
that mole is good. And then I tried these enchiladas, and I'm like, "Where's the chicken?" And then they're like, "No, we don't need the chicken." I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Yeah, it's just onions and cheese inside." And I was like, "Fuck this! I'm just gonna eat tortillas, like spicy tortillas. Like I want the meat. Like oh god, it's like some crazy. Like when you're poor, you're poor. Like, and I'm like, well, who eats this? Like we're in America now. Like you know, we're on this side of the border. Come on, add chicken. Like, but yeah, Mexican ladies that cook.
Is there any other food that you've sworn off of? You kind of went anti-sushi for a minute, but you've been back on it though.
I love sushi.
No, remember you?
Like the raw.
There was like
stuff.
a good 3 or 4 months where you're like, I'm done with sushi.
Yeah, I don't remember why though.
I don't remember why either. But
It does matter the restaurant, like for sure.
It really does matter the restaurant, but I love sushi now, so.
Yeah. I have to remember that part of my life.
But he doesn't eat seafood, so I have to eat it alone.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they have California rolls and shit, but most of the time I'll just be like, I'll hit the nearest.
No, I like that
taqueria
and stuff.
fucking
He's
around.
known about it.
Yeah. Oh shit. What kind of food do you guys like? Like overall, like Italian, Mexican, American, fucking Chinese.
Everything, man. But my favorite is Asian food.
You like fucking Asian food?
Anything Asian, like fucking Vietnamese, Korean barbecue, Chinese. This is my least favorite. But I love Vietnamese food.
Vietnamese?
So much.
I've had bad experience because my mom's business partner, she had a restaurant and her partner was Vietnamese, and there was a dude, I don't know, I couldn't pronounce his fucking name, but I just called him Tom. Yeah. Because
why not?
Because he had some crazy fucking name. I'd be like, what's your name, dude? And he'd like Tom, blah 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 blah. Right? I could never pronounce it, so I'm like, I'm gonna call you Tom, dude.
Yeah.
And then when I was little, one time I used to wash dishes and shit. I told you guys I used to take beer and stuff out of the freezers. But I went in the back and he was eating monkey paws. No. He had monkey paws, and they were cutting the meat. Him and one of his buddies.
Wait, are they paws or are they hands?
They're hands, but I mean they're monkey paws, but whatever you want to call them.
My eyes are so watery right now because I'm like, monkey paws.
They were literally like taking the meat and shit out, and I was just like, no, dog, I'm good. Like, like I'm not even eating anything here anymore because of that.
It's like thin line cannibalism because they're like our closest.
Right. Like their hands. They're not paws.
Yeah,
they
their
have thumbs.
hands. Their hands. They're not like chicken feet, you know,
Yeah.
pig feet. It's like their fucking hands.
I got a bunch of
Yeah,
weird
that's
friends.
trippy.
We had a roommate. I don't think we never talked about Travis, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I had this roommate that lived with us, and I've known him since I was a little kid, and he is always just he's always eating the weirdest shit. I remember coming down the stairs one time, and I was like in my boxers walking down, gonna go talk to Adam or something, and I came around the corner and he's chewing on a fucking duck face.
Oh, you
duck
did
face.
mention that last time. Oh my god, so gross.
Yeah. And you used to eat those like black eggs.
Yeah.
Right.
Century
I've
eggs.
never heard the. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What are
They're
called?
called century eggs.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fucking
Oh my
gross.
gosh.
And
It smells
The
strong.
fruit that smells like
yeah, fucking
disgusting. Durian?
yeah, durian.
Durian.
Dude, you crack a fucking durian
Like,
melon,
That thing is
Everyone
big,
has
right?
to leave the house.
it's giant,
Huge.
and it smells like
It's like
a
pudding
fucking
on
rotting.
the inside, and it smells
Yeah, it looks like
so
custard.
bad.
Oh, okay.
But he says it tastes like garlic pudding,
Yum.
and
Why are you eating it?
and
That
like
doesn't even sound good.
and when you cracked it, our entire fucking house smelled like a
You
rotting
had to open
corpse.
all the windows, everything.
Necro
We had to put a
Electric.
ban on it. We're like, nah, dog,
Yeah.
like, no more.
It smelled like you know, an infected, like you have a Band-Aid over it, and then like you open it.
It was
like
worse.
Infected cut.
Worse.
It smells like
than anything.
it smells
I've
like
ever
you
smelled in my
killed
life.
somebody, buried them for like 3 months, and then dug them up.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like. It's terrible.
Have you ever
Not
eaten
that I know what that
menudo?
smells like.
I think it reminds me of
Don't you
menudo.
wanna know?
When the aunts and grannies are fixing up menudo, man, they gotta clean that meat. It's like the stomach or something.
Oh yeah, it's in the intestines,
Oh,
right?
God. Yeah, intestines, stomachs, and I mean that shit's good after it's ready. But while they're cleaning it and preparing it and boiling it, goddamn,
Yeah,
that shit
dude.
smells so bad. It's
I
like
bet.
Well, it's like
somebody's
it's your intestines.
insides are cooking. Like
Yeah.
seriously.
All right, can we
gross.
talk about good food?
Okay. Okay, I love the American cheeseburger. Like who doesn't?
What would you say your favorite style of food is? She likes Asian,
Pizza.
Italian.
If I had to pick a style, I want to say, yeah, like Chinese food.
Asian
Whoa,
too.
I
two,
love it.
two for
Yeah.
Chinese.
I feel like I'm
Asian.
Asian.
I can't
swear.
live without soy
Asian
sauce.
in me.
I don't know.
Soy sauce is good.
Yeah.
I'll use it instead of like regular salt.
Yeah.
Just to like savor. Give
Anything
you some.
salty. Soy sauce, anchovies,
Shit.
capers.
Okay, I feel you on the anchovies. I did
Yeah.
like them, but the ones we had at that pizza spot were pretty salty. I was
Yeah,
like,
they were.
But
I'm a good old fashioned steak and potatoes guy.
Yeah.
Like I'll take that any day of the
Steakhouse
week.
Any day.
yeah, I do like me some chunky broccoli, like almost not super soft boiled, and then a little bit of cheese on top or
Nice.
something. That's a good side
I would
dish.
take that and put it right in the garbage.
Oh, come on.
I would eat
I love my veggies.
I'd be like, thanks, Susana, and then I'd wait. I'd look
I
at
love
Kylie and be
a
like,
really good salad when it has like all the good stuff in it.
Yeah.
Olive Garden.
Do you like
Oh, the Olive Garden
Apples
salads
in
are
it?
amazing.
Those are good.
Do I like what?
apples in it in your salad?
No, I don't like fruit in my salad.
Like cranberries, apples, and all
No.
that stuff?
I
Yeah.
can't.
like that?
I can't do that.
It's like a country salad, right? Or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Like a
I can't
spring
do the
salad.
fruit in the salad, but I could do the other stuff like onions, pepperoni,
Blue cheese.
meats. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I just can't. There's this
Eggs.
one cheese that smells like these ants I smelled when I was little, and you step on them and they just
Ants?
fucking stink. Yeah, there's these weird little tiny ants. They smell like some kind of gas, some
What?
really bad gas, and
I've
I feel
never
like
heard of that.
yeah, I think there's blue cheese or something that smells just like it. And every
Interesting.
time somebody orders a salad, I'm like, no fucking cheese. Like, I don't want that cheese. I was so traumatized. I'm like, I don't want that cheese. It's nasty. Goat cheese, blue cheese. Fuck that. Get out of here. I
I
don't
can get
like
down
that.
on some blue cheese, especially on a burger, dude.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
What was it? We got a sponsor?
Yes.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
Schonkenstein's. Did I say that right?
Schonkenstein.
Schonkenstein's dark and dreary clothing. Dark and Dreary is an edgy fashion and lifestyle brand that embraces great design and unsurpassed quality. Dark and Dreary has quickly gained a following amongst the fans of occult, horror, punk rock, heavy metal, and all-around free thinkers, and retailers worldwide without shoving a preachy, trendy, or political message down your throat. So buy the best, fuck the rest, darkanddrearyclothing.com.
Hell yeah. Fuck all that shit from the mall, dude. And yeah, go to Dark and Dreary because the thing, you know what I hated and why I started Dark and Dreary is because every fucking clothing company has like a political or a fucking religious like thing now that's like I'm into spooky shit. Give me monsters, give me fucking demons, cool devils, stuff. anything spooky. But I hate the whole fucking like every clothing company has like a set churches on fire fucking thing, and I'm not religious. I don't give a fuck about a church either way. But I hate that like that everybody pushes these messages into everything. So if you just want anarchy, fuck you, like punk rock attitude with a gothic flair, go to fucking Dark and Dreary.
Boom.
What's your favorite kind of chips?
Chips.
You guys get down on chips?
I'm really boring with chips. Like, I like blue corn chips.
I used to eat just
blue corn? What is that?
Is that like tortilla corn? Chips?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I
are
like
they,
it with some
blue?
salsa. Yeah, they're literally blue.
Oh, weird. I've
like,
never heard of them.
You've had those tortilla chip bags with the different colored tortilla chips in them?
Yeah, the corn is like over 1,000 types of corn there is in the world or whatever. Something
that blue
like that.
corn?
Yeah, that blue corn.
Oh my God, we're blowing
that
his mind right now.
That blue corn, bro. That red corn, bro. That green corn.
I eat yellow corn, dude.
That regular sweet
He
corn.
popcorn, and that's about it.
There's that white corn, that yellow corn, sweet corn, all kinds of corn. I love corn.
I like a classic barbecue chip, like just Lay's barbecue chips.
You're a barbecue chick overall.
Yes.
She puts barbecue on everything.
I do.
And soy sauce.
And soy sauce. Soy sauce mostly on eggs and rice.
That sounds good. I'm hungry already. It's like dinner time, guys, for us.
I like Sun Chips, actually, the cheddar ones.
Oh, the Sun Chips are good.
They're really good.
Like from
I'm a texture guy. I like them like really crispy.
Some good crunchy stuff.
What about soft drinks, Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
I don't really drink soft drinks much.
Good for you. Don't.
But when I do, like, there's this one place here. Shout out to that $1 cinema that there is here in Waco, and they have the best fucking Mr. Pibb. Like Mr. a classic Pibb. Mr. Pibb, and I'm like, you can't just get that.
You live in
anymore.
the birthplace of Dr. Pepper, and you're drinking Mr. Pibb.
Fuck yeah,
traitor!
like, yeah. For some reason, I don't know. When we were kids, like we always got the cheap stuff, right? So Mr. Pibb was always cheaper than Dr. Pepper, so we always got Mr. Pibb. Blue soda, whatever.
Blue chips, blue soda.
Yeah, blue soda. Just everything that was colors was fun. Okay. And like Mr. Pibb was the thing, and we used to make root beer floats, but we used to use Mr. Pibb.
Yeah,
nice. You know.
We still make root beer floats, but we put rum in them. Yeah, it's fun.
The weirdest thing I ever did with my soda: 7-Up and cheddar cheese sticks.
What?
Gross.
Tell me about that.
Eat it.
Were you
It's
pregnant?
So good. No, I was a little kid.
Oh.
And that's not the weirdest thing. If we go, you know those red machines that'll have all the different flavors.
Oh,
and
okay.
the touch screen.
Soda,
Yeah.
and then you pick the flavors that go in the soda.
Yeah,
This
that
little
was
kitty
cool.
cat over here she'll go through 10 different flavors of soda. She's like in the lab.
Yeah.
Like, let me get some vanilla. Let me get some cherry. Oh, I wonder what
That's pretty
grape would feel like in here. You know, it's like I'm like, what are you doing?
If you don't like it, you just dump it and start over.
That's true. And
It's like, oh, this looks weird.
there's like this 10-year-old kid. Mom's just taking forever.
She rocks that all the time. Slurpees. She gets mad at me.
I will mix that up at 7-Eleven.
Not
Okay.
me. I go all Coca-Cola
How
Slurpee.
can you get just one flavor?
I couldn't.
She does
That's
the
okay.
rainbow.
It breaks all the rules of Slurpee.
I mean,
eating.
honestly,
It's too many like.
I think it tastes all the
flavors.
same. Like the Slurpees, the blue one or the red
they
one.
do not.
I feel like it does, I feel like it's like Skittles. That's all the Skittles taste the same, and it's a trick in your
Yeah, I
mind that
can
you
see
think
that
it
with
tastes
Skittles.
different. I don't know.
What's
Love
the
it. Love me some sugar.
What's the grossest thing you guys have eaten? Or not gross? We pretty much said gross. What's the weirdest thing you guys have eaten?
probably the 7-Up and cheddar cheese sticks.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Yeah, but it's so good. Try it.
I think I'm gonna try. I'm always down to try stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but when I fucking ate wasabi for the first time,
Oh,
oh my fucking god, I couldn't. I could breathe like the
Yeah.
northern wind. Like I'm telling you, that shit was like a different type of spicy. And I like me some spicy. Like
Yeah.
I don't care. My nose is dripping. I will eat it. I will keep eating it. I am
it.
just very, what do you call it? Masochista. Like I just keep going. It's bad for me and I'll do it. But the fucking wasabi, I don't fuck with that shit.
yeah.
Nah.
Well, because nobody ever, when the first time you eat it, nobody tells you, hey, don't put that much on. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
look intimidating.
fuck
Just
everybody
this little
that
green
doesn't
shit.
tell you.
You're like, oh, dude, I eat fucking hot sauce. And then you fucking slam some of that, and there's like that 4-second delay. And then it's like a fucking
just-
punch to the fucking face. You're like,
every sinus.
you can't breathe and
Fucking
shit.
ate bleach right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so like, it was the worst experience for me, man. And then I'm laughing because my mom had the same damn experience. She
Yeah.
bought the sushi like from HEB, you know,
Yeah.
to
HEB
go.
sushi?
There's HEB.
I eat it all the time.
It had
It's
like
pretty good.
Yeah,
You
it's
guys
like
are
guilty
crazy.
pleasure. It's just ready to go, whatever. And she's like, I thought it was guacamole, you know. And
Oh, no.
she was driving home and
Definitely
she
don't want
dips
to
it.
mistake that for guacamole,
ate
dude.
the whole damn
Why
thing.
would there be guacamole in the sushi tin?
Oh, no.
Wait for it. She's driving right. She's
my
driving right. She
gosh.
ate the whole damn thing. She dips the whole little chunk on that sushi piece. She eats it. She's like, and then she's
Boom.
like, she comes to a red light. She's like, blah, blah, blah. So crazy.
Starts crying.
Oh,
Fucking
I
ass
can tell
explodes.
you the grossest thing I've ever seen you eat.
What?
Ooh.
When you and Adam and Travis made that
Oh, yeah,
cheeseburger lasagna.
Yeah. So we went to McDonald's and we bought like
We got like 30 hamburgers.
30 hamburgers, and then you like buy like a 5-pound bag of cheese and you like make it like a
my
lasagna.
God, it was just.
Did you see this on YouTube?
Yeah. We saw it on YouTube. And we're like, that
crazy
looks so fucking
stairs.
good. Let's do it. Yeah, it didn't
Like,
come
you
out.
want some? Like, nah.
Each bite was probably like 8,000 calories.
God
Oh my
damn.
God.
Fucking diabetes.
I ate crocodile once.
Oh.
I tried crocodile.
Alligator.
See? This is some
And
real
that,
shit.
alligator.
there's this really badass. Have you been to Razoo's?
No.
Dude, what's that?
Hashtag Razoo's. Downtown
Is that here?
Fort Worth.
Oh,
I'm not-
Fort Worth.
Yeah, downtown Fort Worth. You gotta go at least there. Downtown Fort Worth, Razoo's. Man, they have the best drinks too. But they have crocodile, alligator, frog, everything from Louisiana.
Did they have like
type
ostrich
stuff.
burgers or bison burgers or anything like that?
I don't know actually. I never really tried a burger. I think it's more like Cajun style food.
Oh, okay.
Period. So like,
Ooh.
they have some wild stuff.
Gumbo and
That
shit.
sounds good.
Yeah.
I'd try it.
It's fucking good. I love it 'cause I love fish and stuff. But
Yeah.
they do have burgers there, so if you go, you know, you can still eat your burger. I just don't know what kind. I think regular, maybe. I don't know.
Just regular
But
beef
fuck,
burgers.
their drinks are always
For
cold.
regular people.
Yeah, I love their drinks are always
Some of that
cold.
Kobe
Fucking
beef.
good. It's a good time there all the time.
Yeah, we'll have to try that.
Yeah.
What's the best thing you guys know how to cook yourselves?
I'll let you answer that for me. What's the best thing that you like that I cook?
Salsa chicken.
Salsa chicken tacos. All right.
I like breakfast.
You like breakfast?
I love to cook some breakfast.
Yeah.
I will cook you an IHOP breakfast.
Are you a pancake or waffle girl?
pancakes? Just 'cause it's easier for me to make.
Yeah.
Yeah, the waffles, like I have to have the fucking waffle maker,
Yeah.
or then I'll just toast that shit if I buy it already made. And it just doesn't taste as good as it like freshly made. So
She loves pancakes. She's
Fucking
a,
pancakes.
Yeah.
She goes crazy when we go to IHOP.
Have you seen those Asian pancakes?
No.
Sorry, Asian people,
Asian?
but that's what they call
Soy
it.
sauce.
What Asian pancakes?
No, they're like super fluffy and jiggly. Like they move, like they're humongous,
Oh,
fat
they're really,
pancakes.
Really, yes, I saw those.
Oh,
recently.
they
I
just
think
look
on
fucking
Facebook
good.
Somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know
that-
what the fuck you guys are talking
man,
about.
that shit jiggles, and
You know
then
how
just
pancakes are like flat and thin?
Yeah, I'm
These
aware
are like
of
like
a pancake.
this thick. They're
it's like
that
there's
thick.
2 or 3 pancakes, but they're like fluffy, fat, jiggly.
Yeah.
Fucking goodness. Like, oh my God, I need it in my life. Please donate to Susana, hungryass.com. Oh, gotta make those.
Yeah, I always get like skillets or like country fried steak and stuff for breakfast.
You eat the country fried steak a lot.
Yeah. Steak and
Breakfast
potatoes.
is good. I'll have breakfast like for lunch. I'll have breakfast for dinner. Shit, I'll even have some cereal for dinner sometimes if I'm feeling lazy.
I haven't had
Fucking
cereal
cereal's
since
good.
I love cereal.
Yeah, that's
You actually you didn't eat it for the longest time.
I don't eat
when you got
cereal with
pregnant,
milk.
You started eating.
Really? Like just like a snack?
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
I
Okay, like
yeah, she buys it, and then I'm like, "Are we getting milk?" And she's like, "No." Why?
I don't like milk.
Why would we
Yeah.
get that? I mean, I don't like it either,
Dude,
but
that milk is gross.
but
I don't
there's
like milk, regular milk.
I would puke if I drank milk raw. But
Ah.
like some things need milk, like cereal,
I use
mac and
almond milk
cheese.
for
It
everything.
does not need milk. It's like a crunchy snack.
Yeah. Well, that's true. It is just fucking sweet, especially if you don't get like an actual healthy cereal.
Yeah.
You know that you're just eating
Yeah.
fucking sugar. But so just whatever, like little Cheerios. My favorite, Honey Nut Cheerios.
You guys are weird. She likes the Cheerios too. Like she grew up like her with the eating those plain ass cereals, Cheerios, Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up on like cinnamon toast crunch and cookie crisp and
Oh shit, the good stuff.
fucking chocolate fruity pebbles.
Goddamn, like the good stuff, like the ones that have the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking Fruit Loops. I like which the one that turns your milk red or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Fruit Loops will color that shit.
I was eating a lot of dyes.
I
I don't
pissed.
know how I'm alive, guys.
You know those blue shark gummies? You get it like Safeway.
The ones that are blue and white.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh
have
my
white
god,
bellies.
that's just hard to
One
chew.
time I bought a huge bag and I ate them all in like within like 20 minutes, and then I was like downing soda and shit, and I went and I pissed blue.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fucking pissed blue. Yeah, with my
We
cousin.
need to test
Mixer.
this. I don't believe you. I need to test this.
There's some
Do a
fucking
test.
candies that
I'll film it, dude.
They set
I'll
on
fucking film
fire. God, there's some crazy shit. Have you
Yeah.
ever tried like experiments with food? Like,
Me and Adam did Warheads
I
one
don't know
time.
what that is.
You know what that
those
is?
things-
It's a super sour candy, and
Warheads,
it's
Sour
called-
Heads.
Yeah, they're similar, but these are Warheads are like a little more extreme.
They have this like sour powder around them.
Yeah, and his dad, I remember when we were little, bought a big ass thing of it from Costco,
Damn.
and we like put as many as we could in our
Oh,
mouth, and then
extreme.
we had 2 glasses of water and we filled those up, the water with the things, and then we were drinking it, and his tongue started bleeding. Adam's
Oh
tongue.
shit! What the fucking candy? Extreme candy!
Yeah, dude. He was in the backyard like freaking out, spitting blood on the fucking on the thing, and he's like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And he's like,
And you're like,
I'm like, "Open your mouth, let me see, dude." And his tongue just was like puddling blood. It was weird.
God damn. And then at the end, it was just his gums.
No, it was his tongue. It was weird. I was watching it.
Do we have another sponsor?
Oh yeah, man. Whew. Yes, we do. Sorry, it's just hot in here. I'm laughing too hard. Whew. Mod Ministry. Ooh.
Sexy.
Mod Ministry merch creates for the edgy woman, the kind of woman who works hard but plays much harder. Who embraces femininity but tests the societal limits. We are not for the faint of heart. We are bold. We are beautiful. Check out the Mod Ministry Etsy page for handmade harness lingerie. 5-star rated seller since 2014.
Sexy, kinky shit.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
I'm so bad. I need like real sound effects.
Yeah, it is getting a little warm in here. Can you fucking like? We're in the Lone Star State coming at you, and today everything's bigger in Texas, including the fucking thunderstorms.
Oh my god.
Fucking
Today
storm.
I've never
was-
seen so many.
It was fucking gnarly. I was like chilling in the warehouse, and it was just like sounded like bombs fucking blowing up right on the fucking roof.
Like
Yeah, it was
SpaceX
crazy.
spectre.
Yeah,
I'm not used to it.
Yeah, the fucking hell. Like we were driving all the way from Fort Worth because we've been going back and forth from Waco to Fort Worth
Yeah.
like crazy, and we're just driving over here. It took us maybe 2 hours just because of the
just the
fucking. We
fucking
had to
hail
stop,
and
slow
shit.
down, stop. Yeah, and at some point you're driving it and. You know, there's always those fucking idiots that are driving so fast still.
Yeah.
They're like, I have good wheels or whatever. They want to show off in life, and you can't see shit. It just blocks your little ass
Yeah.
car.
no, that rain was fucking coming down,
Yeah, it
dude.
was
It was
pouring
like
today.
a wall of rain.
But it was still like 75 degrees.
Yeah, and it's
explain it.
dry
Yeah,
now.
that's
and
twister
fucking
weather. I'm telling
warm.
y'all. Okay, we are in April. April showers do hit hard in Texas.
Yeah.
But the fucking twisters. I hope we don't get any.
Yeah, we were on a tornado alert today. But
Ended
whatever.
At 6:30, so we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, we're good now. I know when people are like, "Oh, you moved to fucking Texas and you got tornadoes." Fuck that. I'm like, yeah, dude. But back home, like here, we have a chance. Like
Yeah.
if there's a tornado, it's like the fucking lottery. Like this is a giant fucking state,
Yeah.
and you know the odds of a fucking tornado hitting my fucking house are not fucking great.
Plus, with a tornado, you get a warning.
Yeah, you get a 2-minute warning and
Whereas
shit.
with an earthquake in California,
That shit just fucking hits.
No
And
warning.
you
And it hits everything in a fucking giant radius. Like, there is no, like, oh, well, maybe if it hits San Jose, it won't hit my house. No, it's gonna fucking hit your house.
That fucking San Andreas movie.
And it always hits at like 3 or 4 in the morning. Like, I remember when we were, we'd be like sleeping and then fucking you get jolted.
Remember we grabbed the dogs and went outside?
We're like, what the fuck? You know?
Oh, man.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was scary.
But it's not that bad. I like living here.
Yeah. I heard California's going to fall into the ocean eventually. Is that true?
Time to move, guys.
Dude, everybody, just come to Texas. It's just cheaper and like better. I don't know.
It might crack off and become like an island or something.
Yeah,
You never
cool.
know.
Everybody seems like, you live on our island. Like, oh, yay.
A lot more surfer bros.
Yeah. Well, it's about that time for some life in the comment section.
Oh, that's right.
These last ones have been flying by.
You think you have one over there or just one?
Oh, there we go.
I have one.
Oh, okay.
It's from Facebook, from Nikki Nightingale. And she said, oh my God, apparently it's a WWE thing. She's referring to the tampon throwing story.
That's cool.
WWE?
Yeah, she sent an article about WWE star Priscilla Kelly puts used tampon in rival's mouth.
Whoa.
Oh, okay, that's
It
extreme.
actually happened in real life.
She's pulling some moves out of your playbook, dude.
Well, goddamn, Priscilla.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with that chick.
Damn, Vince McMahon.
I mean, I've had a nasty.
Taking it to the next level.
I'll tell you what I've had in my mouth before. Because.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right.
Wait.
besides the normal, there's been fucking I'm back to my brother, my prankster brother. I love you so much.
Shout out to Marco.
Shout out to him. But when him and my sister teamed up, goddamn. Okay, this is just one of many things he's done to me in my life. He would literally wear the same fucking socks for maybe a week.
Oh, man.
Make sure he's wearing them for a week because he has this planned out. I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
He fucking planned this.
Premeditating this shit,
Yes.
dude.
His plan was to get my sister to hold me down on the ground at some point because I always used to watch TV on the ground for some reason. Laid me down one day when he was ready to do it. Shoved the fucking crispy ass, green ass, dirty ass sock in my mouth, bro. In my mouth. I was crying so hard. I just like,
Poor thing.
that hot. And they wouldn't let me up, man. It was torture.
Oh,
goddamn. Yeah, but for that, definitely the tampon beats it anyway.
Yeah.
Ka-ching.
Woo! Okay, comment number 2 from, is this Ibrahim? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. Or one him. I don't know.
What's it from, YouTube?
Ibrahim from YouTube, yes. Maybe it's Abraham, right? I don't know. I have an exam tomorrow, but I have to watch this as always. Good job. Woo!
Nice.
Yes!
Thanks for the
Get
praise.
your fix.
Fuck school, watch us.
Yeah.
You shall be a podcaster too.
Wonder what his exam was for.
I know. Yeah.
I never did shit in school. Skated by. But I'm
You
here.
went to art school, dude. That's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like super fancy.
Well, she did too. She went to a better one. I went to a community one.
I didn't graduate.
She's got 1 credit from
I know.
graduating.
I'm like 1 class away from graduating. I should just go do it.
Yeah, just do it. Finish
Just
it,
do
I
it.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we have
That's
to pay
cool,
for
man.
it. Like,
Yeah.
either way.
Yeah.
I'm still paying for it.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, like, and it's kind of my fault too, because I should have pushed her to just get it over with. But she's talented at what she does, and she doesn't need it.
Yeah,
because
like
she's
the
her own
degree.
boss.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what I was telling her like the whole time. I'm like, because she was like, "Oh, well, maybe I should stop and just go back and get it done." I'm like, "Yeah, but you're doing that so that you can be your own boss, and you're already your own boss."
Yeah.
So
I
it's like-
kind of
True dad.
Yeah.
True dad.
Woo!
Man, yeah, man. That fucking college debt I got. Like, soon I'll have to start paying it because I graduated in October.
Mm-hmm.
But back 4 years ago, I was like, this is what I need to do. This is what I shall do.
What's what we like? Our generation was fucking bred like in our heads.
Yeah.
All of our parents, like I love her mom to death, but her and her whole family, like I love them all to death. But they push you have to go to college no matter what. No matter what.
I mean, I get it. It helps you be a good critical thinker.
It puts you into
Does it?
debt.
But
Because all I did was party.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I didn't have that experience because I didn't go to college like right away. Like, I just went straight to work. Been working since 13. Like, I barely graduated high school because I was overworked. But when I went to college, I made a fucking decision to go, and I literally got like recruited. The recruiters are fucking good at their job, and they're like, "You're gonna be doing great," and I'm like, 60 grand, and
I have tons of friends.
Can't get fucking hired.
They all went to college, and rarely do they ever go into the field that they wanted to go into. Yeah. I mean, there are some, obviously, if you want to be a doctor, you want to be a dentist, you want to be anything a lawyer.
For sure. Hey,
you got to go to college. But, if you want to be an artist, well, actually, I'll take that back. Like, I guess I would go to college just for connections.
Yes, network.
It is a very good place to network.
Fucking beta, kata, 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 whatever.
Sometimes
be a part of that
it's just all about who you know. So networking is a must.
I think that's almost like what
that's my advice to everybody. No matter what it is in the world, it's all about who you know.
Dude, yeah.
Make as many friends as you can. Try to keep as many enemies down as you can.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck.
Because that's the secret to it,
Yeah, but I love doing this podcast. It's like my creative outlet. It's like where my stress goes away. I forget what I owe. I forget bullshit that I may be going through. And I really love being part of this podcast.
We love having
you. It. If you want a podcast, do it.
Or anything creative.
Anything creative.
Just follow your dreams.
If I'm not doing something creative, like music, art, fucking...
He's a nightmare to be around if he's
I can't stand it. I can't stand my life if I'm not doing something creative.
Dude, yeah.
Because I feel like you could die any day. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
And I feel like if you're not doing something to leave a mark, you're just fucking wasting time.
Yeah.
So.
On that note.
So if I have any regrets, just college is my regret.
Do you guys have anything you want to plug before we end it?
No, just follow me on Instagram. I only have 40-something followers because I'm real picky because there's a lot. I'm super like, oh my God, who's this?
She might accept you.
I might accept you. I don't know.
Add us on Instagram too at Necro Electric. Add us on Patreon. We got some fun Patreons coming up. And we got some fun ones already up. The warehouse one, the marriage extreme trivia, fucking
skating.
We did one in our fucking bedroom where we were just talking about parenting and shit.
Yeah.
Wow,
I think we'd get a lot of subscribers.
We might have to, dude.
Might have to lay it all out. Kim Kardashian style. Just kidding. No, we don't need to do that.
But we're also I'm sure we'll be doing this the whole fucking time anyways, but at the time that this is airing, we're going to be running a contest to giving away some free stuff, beanies and stuff.
Over Instagram?
Yeah, over Instagram. Yeah. But the way you're going to win it is just giving us a review on iTunes. We're a brand new fucking podcast basically. And the way that we're going to be able to get our name out there a little more is with your guys' help by giving us some reviews and subscribing on YouTube. So help some brothers and sisters out. And we'll see you next time.